Good evening. My name is nirvgorilla, and today I'm going to take misinformation spreaders to task. I've had enough of their crap. They're talking about Plex and JELLYFIN and Tailscale and VPNs. And I'm going to correct the record because I've been on the internet since 1995, and I'm really sick of the amount of misinformation that's out there. Almost every single topic is compromised by marketers. That means the majority of people on the internet you can't even trust because they're bought and paid for by corporations. If you go to YouTube and you're trying to find out how to run your own Netflix server for free, you're going to come across a bunch of people that are going to tell you to install Plex or Tailscale or get a VPN and do this and that, or get real debris or some crap like that. You don't listen to these people. You cannot trust them. I am going to be the first person you ever hear in your life who's going to tell you the truth on the internet. Why? Well, because I don't make videos for money. I don't have affiliate links. I don't have a donate link. I don't make videos for money. I don't even tell people to like and subscribe. In fact, I tell people, don't like, don't subscribe, and get out of my life. And I'm not doing that to be a show-off or anything. I'm not saying I'm smarter than everybody else, but I've been here a long time and I know what I'm talking about. And I am so sure of what I'm saying that I challenge anybody who disagrees with what I'm about to show you or what I'm about to say. If you disagree with me, I want to talk to you in voice chat. You add me on Discord. It's right here. It's nirvgorilla, nirvgorilla. Add me and you call. You don't text to me. You don't type to me. You call me. Do you understand? Now, I can't guarantee that I'm going to be friendly in this video because my blood is boiling. I actually took 4 days off of work because I almost left early from work too because I was so pissed reading this shit. It's so frustrating, dude, because I love the internet. I'm very passionate about the internet. And one thing about the internet, it's the great leveler. Haven't you heard it before? The great leveler.
It's been hailed as the great leveling of humanity, a new frontier that gives us all equal access, equal voice, equal potential. The pioneers who paved the way for the web thought of it as the ultimate empowering tool, and so it came wrapped in an attitude, an online ideology that wants to give power to the people.
The internet is a kind of rebellion. These people were opposed to the notion of hierarchy and authority.
And so we have equal power on the internet. Corporations don't run everything. Corporations don't have the power. They're just shoving all this marketing in our face and steamrolling people to open their wallets. And I'm really getting sick of it. So I'm going to destroy everybody on this, especially this subreddit, r piracy right here. This is supposed to be a subreddit dedicated to piracy, yet in almost every single thread, you got people with dollar signs. If you type in a dollar sign right now, look at this, 61 matches. 61 matches, 61 dollar signs on this one thread that was posted yesterday. This post right here says that the Plexpass prices increase confirmed. So if you click this link, this is Plex. It's kind of like a Netflix, and they quote unquote allow you to host your own personal media. That means you own the video files and they just facilitate other people connecting to you. But now they're trying to charge you to play your own videos. And that should really fucking tighten your jaws because it doesn't cost money to host things. Do you understand? I'm going to prove it right now. You don't pay money, man. And they're trying to charge money to watch your shit too. If they don't have a Plexpass and they want to connect to your Plex server and watch your videos or your movies or TV shows, they're going to actually try to charge people. Are you fucking nuts? Who are these corporations? Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm really fucking sick of them. And I'm sick of the shills on Reddit especially pushing this crap. Finally, this guy says, JELLYFIN it is. What's JELLYFIN? Well, JELLYFIN is the open source, the free and open source alternative to Plex or Netflix or whatever you want to call it. It's just a way to stream your media for free. Doesn't cost anything, $0. Now, some people think that that's difficult to do. It isn't. It's really goddamn easy. So I'm going to go into it without talking too much. I'm really flustered and frustrated. So I'm going to prove right now in video with a timer that it is possible to install JELLYFIN, get it up and running from scratch, and be connectable by all your friends and family in a matter of minutes. $0. Anybody could do this. Well, I guess I take that back. If you're on some stupid mobile 5G home internet connection, you probably can't do this because you're probably connected by some method called CGNAT. And if you have CGNAT, you want to cancel your internet service provider because that is fake internet. And I'm here to tell you, I'm telling the truth right now. I'm not being facetious. I'm not faking anything. I'm not being bombastic. I'm telling the truth. 5G mobile home internet is a farce. It's fake bullcrap because that CGNAT doesn't allow you to open ports, and therefore you have a fake one-way goddamn internet pretty much. I mean, it's not literally one-way internet, but it's almost like it because you're basically just pulling media in and streaming into you rather than pushing back out. And that's one of the great things about the internet. The internet allows you to send and receive both ways. It's called full duplex, okay? The internet's full duplex. It goes both ways. It's not one way just streaming inwards. And that's what a 5G mobile home internet provider does, is that they block half of the goddamn internet. And that means you opening ports and running services. Now we're going to talk about people who have portphobia. But first I'm going to install JELLYFIN, and then we'll talk about portphobia, and we're going to destroy the portphobics who are scared to open ports on their router. Let's go. Now, I've been seeing this stuff on Reddit and other places on the internet so much lately that I've got to say something about it. It's really aggravating to see this. For someone like me who's been online for so long and I know how it works and I understand it all. Things like this. This guy right here asked a day ago. He wanted to know if JELLYFIN was as easy to set up as Plex. And this guy replied a day ago, nope, you gotta set up a reverse proxy and shit. And this guy says just use Tailscale. You motherfuckers, dude. No. The answer is fucking no. Here's another comment. Lack of remote playback kills Plex for me. Is JELLYFIN able to provide the same functionality of streaming away from home without logging into the server directly? And this guy says, not unless you use a personal VPN like Tailscale or WireGuard. What are you guys even talking about? No. Okay, that's fucking it. Okay, I'm going to put up a little stopwatch right now, and we're going to install JELLYFIN from scratch, and we're going to show you how long it takes. I got a brand new Debian 12 Linux right here. This is a fresh install. If you type neofetch, you can see. There it is. Okay. We're going to install from scratch, and we're going to time it, and we're going to show you installing from scratch to being connectable, have your friends and family connectable to you. How long that takes from scratch. Are you ready? All right, here we go. I just hit go. So first thing we're going to do this app update and install some stuff. Let's do that. Jesus, I wish this thing stayed on the top. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, there we go. So then we're going to do this curl thing here in bash, and that's going to install it. Enter. There we go. Okay, let's get the internal IP and just mark it down in this little text, this notepad here, this text document. I actually haven't got the IP for this computer yet because I just installed this Debian. It says waiting 15 seconds for JELLYFIN to fully start up. Okay, we're at 47 seconds right now. When you type this IPA in Linux, you get the IP address of the internal IP address of the computer. So we're going to paste it right here, and we're going to put 8096 at the end. And then we're going to take that, and we're going to go to that in our browser. Oh, we're already in. Okay, next, I'm just going to put my username as nirv, a simple password. I wouldn't recommend a simple password, but let's just do that. And then we're going to add a media library. I have one hard drive connected to this, so let's attach it. Here's the folder, MNT, and we're going to go down to torrents and just do that, and we're going to select that. Real-time monitoring, blah, blah, blah. You can set this up anytime you want. I'm just going to hit OK because we're just doing this for testing. Next. Allow remote connections. Yep. Finish. Okay, I'm going to log in, and then I'm going to change the port to the other port I was talking about. So we go to dashboard, and we go down to networking, and it says 8096 by default, 8097, and then we're going to save it. Okay, now we got to restart the service. So to do that, you got to type systemctl JELLYFIN restart service. Let's get our timer back out. We're at 2 minutes right now. Okay, and now we're gonna have to put 8097 because we just changed the port because we have full control over our server. All right, there we go. Let me make this a little smaller. Okay, let's sign back in. Okay, Now, as of right now, I'm only connectable internally. Nobody can connect to me remotely right now. So the movies are starting to refresh. They're starting to come in. I have a few movies on this server. So now we have to make it open, available to the public internet. Okay, how do we do that? You go to your router. Okay, we're going to take this IP address. All right, we're going to go to NatQoS, so we're going to change right here. We're going to add another entry. We're just going to name it JELLYFIN 2. I'll just leave it on both. So 8097 and 8097. We're going to bind it to that internal IP. There, we're opening a port on our computer. It's not scary. And we're just going to wait here. Okay. Now, we got to get our external IP address so we can give it to our family, right? Well, here's one command that you can do to get that external IP right in Linux. So let's clear the screen and let's type that. There's my external IP. Let's copy that and we will paste this. Then we put port 8097. Okay, now let's type that into our browser. And we're connected. Okay, you want to prove it? Let's prove it right now. I got my cell phone here. Let's connect to my cell phone. Let's load it up. Where is it? There it is. Okay, this is my actual cell phone. If you look closely, I'll zoom in. We're at 5G. So 5G could be anywhere in the world, right? This is not Wi-Fi, it's 5G. So let's pretend that we're out and about and we're gonna connect to this server. You give your information to your friends and family, we're gonna connect to it. So, let's copy that link again and then we're gonna paste it in. And, oh, look at that, we're connected.
Wow, that's fresh!
Look at how fast that is. I can use a big login and big password, and we can actually just start. Let's hit Fight Club and just hit play. We're on 5G now. We're on Wi-Fi. There it is. Let me turn it up. Oh, let me enable turning it so you can watch it properly. Full screen. Oh, what's that? I'm sorry. What's that? I can't hear you, dude. I can't hear you. I thought it was so difficult. It's currently open to the internet right now. Look at, what was that? 4.5 minutes or so? And it's open to the internet. Now, yeah, you have an IP address. And it's not HTTPS, it's HTTP. But that's not a big deal. Why? Well, because you're not sending credit card data over this. The only reason it would be risky this way is if you're connecting via some public Wi-Fi, and then if somebody was snooping, they could probably see your password to your JELLYFIN server. But you can get HTTPS for free with something called Let's Encrypt. And you can install that in a matter of minutes. And you can install that by getting a DNS, like, I don't know, freemyip.com, and you get an instant dynamic DNS, like right there. Now you can put jellyfin.freemyip.com or whatever you want, or iamawesome.freemyip.com. And you could just give your friends and family whatever you put here, jellyfin.freemyip.com, and they put that in their browser, and that's it. Do you see how easy that is? I guess I can stop this timer now. That's just basic 101. I'm already watching movies remotely, 5G. Now, some people say, well, this 5G stuff, it kind of screws up, I don't want to use all my mobile and stuff. Here it is right here. The only caveat with this is mobile data being swallowed, as you're seen to be on the local LAN. So let's see if that's true. We got to actually connect to Wi-Fi now, and we're going to see. I'm going to zoom in a little bit, and we're going to put that IP address right here. Okay, and let's put that in just like that, and we're back on JELLYFIN on Wi-Fi now. So it's not going to use any of your mobile data to stream movies from your own locally hosted server. Do you guys understand? Don't ever say that you need Tailscale again. This is not risky. Opening ports has always been a thing on the internet. I was opening ports with my 56K and even my 33.6 modem. Why? Well, because I was playing video games over Kali. I was playing Warcraft. I was playing Age of Empires. And to do that, you ran your own servers. I was playing Counter-Strike. So you ran your own servers before. There's nothing wrong with it. People who are afraid, port phobics, if you got portphobia and you're afraid to open ports on your computer, then get help for your schizophrenia, okay? You can run totally secure anywhere on the internet. You can run your own server. You don't need to pay anybody. You don't need to do anything special. I'm really fucking sick of it. Can you guys get shit right? Can you stop telling people to open their wallet every 5 minutes? I've fucking had enough of it, dude. Stop misleading people. Stop telling people to pay for everything. The internet is free. Do you understand? It's the great leveler. It's free. You pay your internet and then you put your goddamn wallet away. You don't sit here and tell people to fucking pay for shit. Now, there's many things you can do in JELLYFIN. I'm not going to make this a JELLYFIN tutorial, but I could go deep into it. And in fact, let's check out my own JELLYFIN server. Okay, here we go. I just wanted to show you that I run a JELLYFIN server. When I made my Proxmox server in August of 2023, I never knew anything about Linux. 2 years ago, I knew nothing about Linux at all. I mean, I knew it existed. I had used it a couple times in the past, but I really didn't know even any basic commands or anything. I didn't even know what Debian, the difference between Debian and Ubuntu was, for instance. So I was brand new to Linux just a couple of years ago. So after I figured it out, I got things running, I realized how great it is, and now I run a lot of services. One of them here is JELLYFIN. What's wrong with it? How is yours better than mine? So we'll go into just like great courses, for instance. I set all this up. Like I can just go to like science here in my great courses and I can watch something from start to finish right here in just seconds.
Beauty of the image, the emphasis will be on. When you look at the night, this amount of time.
See that? You can hit love, you can change things, you can edit all the metadata. And I got this set up in such a way that I can't even delete anything even if I wanted to. I'll show you. Let's go to Fight Club here and I'm going to hit delete media. Oh, look at that. You can't delete it because I have it set up. I have security and permissions set up in such a way that even if somehow somebody guessed my 256-bit password for my my account here on my JELLYFIN server and they got in, they wouldn't be able to do any damage anyway. They can't delete anything because of the way I have it set up. You have total power this way, and this is actually really great. I used to watch movies exclusively on my own hard drive. I would download them to my hard drive and that's how I'd watch them. I would never stream movies. I never liked streaming until I came across JELLYFIN actually. And it's a lot more convenient. When I'm watching movies out in the living room with my girlfriend, we have a real computer connected to our actual TV and we stream my own movies from my server right here to that TV. It's just, I don't have to copy files back and forth over the network anymore. It is convenient. I actually like it. And let's say I want to have real DTS audio, for instance. Well, you're not going to get that in the browser. Oops, let me type Jurassic Park here. So you're not going to get real DTS bit-streamed audio, for instance, if you play it over over your browser like this. So let's see, we got Jurassic Park 4K. This is DTS X 7.1. So what you do is you hit copy stream URL. You hit these three dots on the right side, copy stream URL, and then you open something like MPC-BE and you paste it, and boom, you have actual DTS audio now. If you have it connected to your computer, connected to a home receiver via HDMI, your little DTS light will turn on right now. If you open it in your media player here, like MPC-BE, for instance. Let's enable our high-quality MAD VR codec. See that?
Puesto 1,000 pesos que se cae.
Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Now, what's great about playing in a media player is that you have functions to do stuff. You can stretch it, you can rotate it, you can zoom in on it, you know, all sorts of things. You can increase the audio, of course. You can down mix it, you can up mix it. You have full power of your videos. Playing it this way, streaming it directly to a media player on your computer, is almost as good as playing it locally on your hard drive. It's really close. And I'm a very, I'm somebody with high standards, so I care about things like that. I want things to feel good and I want things to respond fast. Playing it like this is almost as good as playing it right off the hard drive. Okay? You can stream it in a browser. You can get the little app on Android, which I don't use. You can play it all sorts of ways. You can actually get VLC and stream directly. You can stream in your browser. You can play with your screen off. If you're using Firefox, you're playing it to Firefox. You can transcode it, which I have actual hardware transcoded. Anyway, I'm not going to get into all the depths. I'm just saying that it's not scary to open ports, and JELLYFIN is objectively, scientifically, and mathematically better than Plex? What are you doing choosing Plex? Are you listening to YouTubers telling you to fucking go get Plex? Who are you listening? Where are you getting your information from? It's bad information to go with Plex. When I was building my server in the living room, I looked up between the difference between Plex and JELLYFIN, and it was 3 seconds of research. And I immediately knew, when I saw dollar signs, I knew I would never go with Plex. When you see dollar signs, get away from it. That's how it works. Okay? All right. Portphobia. In regards to portphobia, what's portphobia? Portphobia is a condition in which people are scared shitless to open ports on their router in fear that they're going to get butt raped by some hacker. Okay? And I'm here to tell you that that's not going to happen. Okay? It's very unlikely that anything bad is going to happen when you just open a port on your router. People who say that it's dangerous to open ports on their router have no idea what they're talking about. And if they think I'm wrong, my Discord info is nirvgorilla, nirvgorilla, and I want you to fucking add and call me and debate me about this. It doesn't have to be publicized. We don't have to record it. You're free to record it. You're free to stream it. Doesn't matter to me. I will kick your... I won't say I'll kick your ass, but I will tell you that you're going to lose, dude. I know what I'm talking about, and I will fight anybody to the verbal death of opening ports on your router. When you say that you shouldn't open ports on your router and that you should give it up to corporations to do that for you, you are capitulating to corporations, and you've lost any kind of credibility that you thought you ever had. Why do you think that corporations have more power and more tools than you do? Why? Answer right now. I want to answer that question, and I want to talk to you about opening different ports on your router over the years. If you subscribe to not opening ports on your router, do you know how much you're missing out? You are missing out on being able to play fun games with your friends, being able to run your own photo imaging service called Imich, IMMICH, I believe it's called, free and open source way. My girlfriend is in another country right now, and I have it set up to where every time she takes a picture on her phone, it sends it to my server in the living room. And how do I do that? Because I have a port open running on that service. What's the security? A very good password. Do I have more security than that? Yes. Can I put even more? Yes. You could use IP tables. You can use all sorts of different authentication methods. You can even use two-factor authentication on your own server if you want. You have the same tools that these other corporations have. There's no reason you should bend over for corporations and give them money because you're just too lazy to do it yourself, or you're too frightened, or your schizophrenia is too strong that you're scared shitless that your neighbors are going to see you. In fact, let me show you a quote from one of these guys. Okay, this guy right here named SOOOOOO Mason, just a couple months ago on Reddit, someone said, is there a specific reason you're using Tailscale versus just opening a port? The whole benefit to using Plex is not having to use a VPN. And this guy says opening port 32,400 on your network is like cutting a hole in the wall of your house so your neighbor can watch TV with you. Anyone could peek in if they wanted. Instead, Tailscale works just like give your neighbor key, blah, blah, blah. This sentence right here is absolute bullshit.
You lie.
That is not true at all. Just because you have a port open doesn't mean your orifice is open. Doesn't mean your butthole's open, ready for the raping. That is a bullshit statement right there, and I don't know where the fuck this guy gets off saying shit like that. It is your legal right to spread misinformation. It's your legal right to fucking lie.
Go ahead, lie
No,
to me.
I'm sorry,
lie
I won't.
Me.
That's not the first
You're a
place I
liar.
look when I'm staring at a man.
You are a liar.
But I hate liars, and I hate misinformation spreaders, and I hate people who speak on topics they know nothing about. This fucking sentence is egregious, dude. SOOOOOO Mason, if you're listening, and I know you're not, you're a stupid asshole. You don't know what you're talking about, and I want to fucking debate you, and I want to talk to you in voice chat. How dare you say something like this, dude? How dare you discourage people from opening ports on their goddamn router? You're trying to fearmonger people with this shit. You son of a bitch. Don't fearmonger people. It is not scary to open a port. If we lose the ability to open ports on the internet's over, dude. The corporations are going to win automatically, because that means we can't do anything anymore, and they have all the power. What, are you nuts? You are in violation of the spirit of the internet. You're in violation of everything that we original internet users stand for. We're kind of rebellious, dude. You're not. You're a fucking tool for corporations, Mr. SOOOOOO Mason, and many other people on Reddit. You people, what's with you? Saying shit like that. It's like, I don't even know. I made a video not too long ago where is it? Right here. I showed people how to run their own World of Warcraft server. And in it, I talk about opening ports so your friends can connect to you. And guess what? We can do that. And it's awesome. It's not lame and it's not scary. It's fucking awesome. In fact, I'm going to show you how awesome it is. I am running my World of Warcraft server right now. And if anybody wants, they can connect to me and use my server right now. It is open to the internet. And guess what? If anybody does a port scan on me, you'll see that there's something open. And if you try to connect to it or you try to hack it in some way, good luck. What's going to happen, dude? If there was a vulnerability in any of the software I run, there's a chance you could potentially hack that little container or that little virtual machine. That's it. You're not going to get beyond that, though. That's why you don't put your credit card number, your personal info on your computer that you have the port open to the internet, okay? That's how you got to be secure. You got to containerize things. You got to sandbox things. So here I am on my World of Warcraft server that I have fully open to the internet. What's the problem, dude? You don't want to do this because you're a paranoid schizophrenic. You don't want to have fun with technology. You don't like to do stuff like this. I love this stuff. I love being able to play old games that corporations no longer have the server up of, like, you know, there's what like some of the SimCity games, they used to have a server and it's down now and shit like that. There's all sorts of examples. Of course, I can't think of any at the top of my head right now because I'm so pissed. But there's been many cases where servers went offline. And of course, that's just generally, that's what happens with video games sometimes. So what are you going to do? You're going to wait till a GOG version comes out? You're going to wait for the remaster and then buy the game again a second time, a third time, a fourth time? What, are you a fucking commercial whore? Do you have any scruples at all? Do you have any integrity? Or are you going to just bitch out and be a wallet opener for corporations knowing that they'll be able to do anything to get you to open their wallet? What the fuck is with you people? I want to fight all of you. If anybody disagrees with me on this shit, I want to talk to you. I know what I'm talking about, and I'm just sick of all the bullcrap out there. In fact, you know, I'm relatively calm right now in this video, and I'm tempted, I might even make a part 2 where I'm not as calm, because I've just had enough of this shit, dude. Can you guys get shit right and promote awesome things, not lame-ass things? When we ran and we opened up folders on our hard drives through Napster in the early 2000s, and we shared our entire MP3 directory, who got hacked? Oh, that's right, fucking nobody. What are you guys talking about? You don't need Tailscale. Tailscale is more commercial bullshit. And in fact, Tailscale has a connection limit. Okay, I'm going to show you one final thing before I skedaddle out of here. This is a server I'm running, again, on another container in my living room in Linux. It's just a port that's open. And it's about 10,000 magazines. So you can download or you can look at any of these 10,000 plus magazines that I have. We got GameFan, we got Nintendo Power, we have Electronic Entertainment. We can hit next here. We've got the old Game Informer magazines that are somewhat hard to find on the internet sometimes. We got the new GameFan, we got Game Players, Nintendo, Sega, Games for Windows. I mean, all sorts of magazines from all different countries. Mostly the US, I think, because I live in the US. Next Generation, one of my favorite magazines right there. So if we go into Next Generation, you can see them. And you can just kind of click one. And you can hit right arrow on your keyboard, and you're looking at them. That's one way to do it. It's not the best way. I prefer using a PDF reader like Sumatra PDF, which is objectively the best PDF reader. Sumatra PDF, I like doing that. But this is one way you can do it. When you're out and about, if you decide to go to a different country and you say, man, what issue was that article I wanted to read? What issue was that? And you can log onto your own server, your own website that you're running yourself for free, $0, not VPN, and you can go look at your magazines. In fact, let's close this and let's go back a directory here. All right, let's go to the next page. So let's say, for instance, Next Generation. You see these 3 dots? You can hit download. You see this? You can hit download 30 books. Download. The guy who makes this is called Codex, C-O-D-E-X, free and open source, of course. The guy who makes this actually took one of my suggestions, have a download button, and he implemented it for me. So anybody who installs this software, you can just share all your game magazines or ebooks or whatever. Audiobooks is a whole other thing I'm not going to get into right now, but I'm also hosting an audiobook server. But I do this for free, dude. I give this website away to everybody. I'm not afraid. I'm not in jail. What is this? Is this piracy right here? Am I going to go to jail for sharing old game magazines? Because guess what? I like the Internet Archive. You guys probably know what the Internet Archive is. It's a great site. However, they are beholden to copyright claims. They constantly get copyright claims. They constantly take things off the Internet Archive, including magazines. Yes, believe it or not, game magazines. How come I never received a copyright claim for these? Oh. So if you're going to run a VPN, why don't you do something awesome with it and run a server like this? Why don't you fucking people share? Why don't you fucking people open ports and do something useful rather than just leeching all the time? It's fine, you can do that. It's not the end of the world if you're just leechers. But I like to give back. That's why I upload almost 2 terabytes per day. Because I know what I'm doing and I share, and I've never used a VPN in my life. You don't need a VPN. VPNs are free. You can run a VPN from your router for free. They don't cost money. Why do you guys have your wallets out? The VPN industry is a $44 billion industry, and it's total fucking snake oil. What are you guys doing? I'm nirvgorilla on Discord. You can add and call me, or next time you see me streaming, I offer a one-click voice chat link while I'm streaming. It's nirv.moo.com. Okay, so if I link that, you can make a little room here, and look at that, instant voice chat, one-click voice chat. All right, let me hit give permission to the microphone. There we go. All right, microphone's working. Hello. Yep. So we can get in voice chat. You don't need to install Discord. You don't need to make an account. Nothing like that. Totally free. Let's see. And then I can show a whiteboard and I can draw you pictures. I can say, hi, this is how I have my computer set up. And you can do all sorts of things. You can draw circles. It's pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. And you can have multiple people drawing on this whiteboard all simultaneously at the same time. And you can make copies and just, you can highlight them and delete them. And I could draw shit and saying, this is my computer right here. And it's connected, to my router over here. And then, my router over here is connected to my Linux machine or whatever. I could draw you a diagram and show you how you get shit set up on the internet and how it fucking works, dude. Stop telling people you need a VPN. All VPNs do is increase your ping and your latency. So if you're a gamer like me, your ping is generally worse. More often than not, your ping is worse with a VPN, and it's going to slow down your internet speed. So if you have like a 3 gigabit per second internet connection downstream, and you try to achieve that 3 gigabits per second, well, you're generally not going to get it with VPN. VPNs are going to slow you down. Do you think a VPN can handle that speed? Most likely not. And let's say you're somebody who has fiber optic. Let's say you have 10 gig connection. I have a friend in California who has 10 gigabits per second asymmetrical, both ways. If he got a VPN, he'd probably get maybe 2 gigabits per second. He'd probably lose a ton of speed by using a VPN. It's not fucking worth it. Why would you pay money to slow down your fucking internet connection? You people disgust me. And if you think that I'm wrong in anything I fucking said in this video, you know where to find me. And I challenge anybody, in voice chat, not text, not keyboard, don't type to me, come and talk to me. That's how it's going to be with me here at nirvgorilla. That's what we do here at nirvgorilla, is we talk. We don't type, we fucking talk. Stop misleading people, you cocksuckers.